Man, it kind of feels good to be back behind the mic, talking to people on YouTube about whatever the fuck comes to mind. And right now, what's on my mind is I'm giving you guys a little tutorial on how to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with a bad internet connection. Allow me, Royal Insidious, be your humble guide through this adventure. Now, let's get started. I do want to say, before we fully get into the steps, however, that I am not a professional Smash Bros. Ultimate player, despite the gameplay you're seeing in the background right now. I mean, you just see me destroy that fucking Little Mac. The sorry-ass, pink-hooded fuckface didn't even know what was coming to him. And if you're like me, playing any multiplayer game, your internet is probably not the greatest, and you know what? That's okay. However, in this particular match, I had zero connection problems. I was merely bested by a Little Mac player. And you know what? I guess that, in a way, that's also okay to lose to a Little Mac. God, this is a terrible fucking idea. Why did I agree to do this?
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light.
So the first step in dealing with bad internet connection while playing Smash Bros. Is recognizing the signs. In my particular case, the first sign I noticed that I was gonna have a bad time is that when playing against this Bayonetta, my controller input lag was delayed just ever so slightly, but naturally I kept my composure and fought on. Now, signs like these will show up almost instantaneously, as if there is input lag, there will be lag. But again, you'll probably notice that in this matchup playing in the background, I once again do not have that lag I was just speaking of, but rather the controller input lag, which you cannot see obviously. You could probably be asking yourself right now, Insidious, what the heck is this input lag you're blabbering about? Well, dearest viewer, I will do my absolute best to explain. You see, if your internet is bad like mine is, the game you play may not run quite right, and with Smash in this case, whenever I input a command such as grab or shield, the action does not happen instantaneously, but rather a mere second or two later. Now, those not in the know would probably think, oh, just by a couple seconds is totally fine, but I'll have you know a couple of seconds is an enormous deal. But not to me, obviously. As you can see in the background, I clearly kicked that Bayonetta's ass. So, I have conquered input lag, thus me beating step 1. Step 2 comes up on me and players like myself quite fast, and that is the lag experience. When it comes to playing online Smash while your internet decides to fucking shit on you, this will happen. It's like the little pinwheel of death that happens on a MacBook. The little shit just starts spinning around and slowing your game down while it loads the connection ever so slowly. You can do this. You can do this. Just keep your composure. Nothing to be upset about, you're not playing right now, but although I will admit watching the footage back now is making me a little bit angry, but I am here to provide tips, so providing tips I shall. You'll notice in the clip I showed you I was still trying to attack and play despite King K. Rool doing butt-fuck nothing but stay still for the most part, and that's an example of what not to do. Because if you still try and attack through the lag, more than likely your opponent will gain the upper hand, seeing that you're just a fat little sitting duck with your thumb in your asshole not being able to do a thing. And if and only if the opponent recognizes your lag, which they will, then you cannot help but accept defeat. Gee fucking jeez. You know what, how about we take a moment and just watch some happy gameplay, you know, where, let's say, you or me in this case, since I'm the one displaying the trying to do good, but the lag is preventing me from having a good time. Is it over now? It's over? Stop like, right? We're just gonna stop for now? Okay, perfect. Now I can continue with my video. Which I guess kind of brings me to step 3, which is preventing an aneurysm. Now, I'm no doctor or nurse, so I obviously cannot literally help with an aneurysm, but I can help you with a metaphorical aneurysm, so allow me to walk you through the steps. What I do in this situation against Rob, aka Retard Obnoxious Spot as I like to call him, is I basically try and get the match to end quickly, while also being careful to avoid making mistakes, such as suiciding or missing a shield or whatever the fuck you want to do. For instance, I land my counters, and I get that down grab followed by a failed counter to a down air, so I finish this punk ass by winning the match. So, step 3 can be solved by not losing your cool and also not being a retard obnoxious spot in quick play matchmaking. So, by following the foolproof guarantee Royal Insidious 3-step plan to playing Smash Bros. Ultimate with a bad connection, you are almost guaranteed a win every time. Now, I have all my steps in place, and I am now ready to tackle my bad internet connection in what's basically for glory. So, here we go. I'm so confident, nothing can stop me right. I guess it's back to blackout.